So I think most of you guys would agree that the majority of society knows what's expected of them when they're in public. They know how to act, they understand common courtesy like opening a door for someone just to be nice. They know how to wait their turn in line without cutting and how to be quiet in libraries. Why? Because these are some common modes of operation most of us were taught at a very young age. And as much as we hated rules and boundaries when we were younger, we knew that following them was a must if we wanted to successfully move about with the rest of society without getting into constant trouble.
Because I want to fit in.
We knew we didn't want to get into trouble due to breaking the rules, overstepping those boundaries, and being disrespectful to others. And some of us were even taught at a young age that there are some places you just don't act a fool in, like church, a courthouse, and a place I think would just be a given considering the amount of security there, the airport. So people who follow rules laid out by the law of society that they live in make up the majority of society. And I consider myself one of those people who have accepted that I can't act however I want, whenever I want, wherever I want, and that I must consider not only the people I'm around, but I must consider the environment I'm in before I begin to act on my emotions. So there's people like that, and then you have individuals like this.
I will never with him. So we're in a relationship. I will no longer mess with him or what he had going on.
Yep, you're under arrest.
I'm under arrest right now?
ma'am.
What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now?
You're under arrest for assault for DV.
I didn't assault him though.
Flashback.
So for those of you who don't know, this is American track and field superstar Sha Carri Richardson, and that guy she's shoving and assaulting is her boyfriend Christian Coleman, who's also a track star in his own right. Now, shortly after this altercation, Sha Carri found herself being handcuffed at the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport on July 27th. And I found some of this arrest footage of her really interesting because she appears to be totally oblivious to the fact that she just assaulted someone in the airport and doesn't seem to want to take any accountability for her actions.
Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian.
Don't talk to him right now.
Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer.
Before we go a little further into this video, you guys, if you're new here and like what you hear, please hit that like button for me. And if you're a returning subscriber, please remember to leave it a like as well. Also, hitting that notification bell will keep you guys updated on any new videos that I put out. Whichever one of those you choose to do, or all of them, it's really going to help my channel out.
They are arresting me right now, Christian. Sissy, they're arresting me right now.
17 or something like that?
Do am I gonna go actually to jail right now? Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. Wait, but right now,
Yes, it's a physical.
I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him?
We have it on
Christian, are you serious right
I'm
now?
gonna have to take the headphones off, okay?
All right.
Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now.
So as we can see off bat, you know, she's being combative. She can't believe that she got arrested, okay? And then we hear her calling out to Christian, her boyfriend, saying, "Are you serious right now? Christian, I'm getting arrested." And then she actually has the nerve to blame him.
We have it on camera.
Christian, are you serious right now? Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now.
All right, so we hear her straight up blaming him for her actions and then the ultimate consequences that came due to said actions.
So this is the position that Christian Coleman puts me into, okay?
And her yelling at him and blaming him because of her being arrested is actually very common for people who use violence and abuse in their relationship. They tend to blame their partner for their abusive actions. So this is probably not the first time that they've had a physical altercation. In this case, she is the aggressor. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, okay? But during this arrest, she did make an interesting accusation. Let's watch.
Christian, I assaulted you? Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm just making sure.
It's not him that reported
it.
It's TSA folks.
I wanted TSA people because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible.
So did you guys pick that up? That was the accusation right there.
I wanted TSA people because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible.
So she says, I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible. Now, what does that even mean? That she just has evidence that she's just sitting on because they constantly get into arguments? Now, if this is actually what she said, because it was kind of hard for me to hear, it wouldn't be far-fetched to believe that this is not their first physical altercation and that she might have some proof of previous altercations. Now, if you've been following this whole Sha Carri drama and just parts of her social life, then you know her previous relationship was, for one, with a woman, and for two, didn't end well due to the abuse that was going on inside that relationship as well. That's apparently how it was to Sha Carri's ex-girlfriend, Janique Brown, who opened up about their relationship after it was over. And she spilled the tea on how toxic it was due to them both being physically abusive towards each other. Now, Sha Carri getting physically aggressive when she's upset seems to be a pattern. And if she doesn't seek some real help and learn how to manage her emotions, she's going to either hurt herself or someone else in the aftermath of one of these outbursts. Another thing Sha Carri found out the hard way during this situation is that different states mean different rules.
Christian, are you serious right now? I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay. I didn't assault him though.
We have video cameras.
I literally we were having an argument. Christian, are you serious right now? Christian.
Washington State, he doesn't get a say.
But I understand. We were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing.
So she's pleading to the officers and they're telling her that, no, we have it on tape. We saw you assault him and you're in the state of Washington. And so basically we don't need the victim to press charges against you in order to arrest you. And that's exactly what they did. They arrested her. And usually with these domestic violence cases that you see when the cops come and they're getting involved, the perpetrator is usually, calm at that point. They seem very calm. They seem to get very arrogant during this time. It's almost as if, how dare you, tell on me for doing something to you. They start to talk to law enforcement like, hey, this is a situation. This is what's going down. I am not the problem here. They want to get the upper hand on the situation. And I'm saying this because if we look at this next clip, we can see Sha Carri's actions and words kind of fall in line of what a typical abuser would do and say when confronted with real authority.
He has in his bag. I just need to get out of my bag. Okay. My iPad, some clothes. I just took it out, put it in my suitcase, brought his bag back. That's pretty much it. But we have a relationship, couple kind of thing going on right now. But yeah, exactly. But I brought his bag back. I took all of my belongings out. I would leave him alone. You don't have to worry about me. I have a flight coming up for my stuff. Like I said, I'm on the phone right now. I have all of my belongings, but you don't have to worry about me while I'm in the airport with him at all. I just have to get my belongings.
Do you have your ID on you and boarding pass by chance?
Yeah, do you need my ID for what?
Because we're investigating a possible assault.
Assault? Oh, Christian, so I assaulted you?
Now, the impression I got from this interaction with her and the cop is that she's feeling really in control now, despite the fact that she just lost total control of herself in an airport, mind you. So she's really moving her head around, her hands around, trying to be really convincing, even using like a sing-song voice, trying to convince the officer that everything's okay and that he should just let her leave. Even saying, you don't have to worry about me. Well, they wouldn't have to worry about you if you didn't put your hands on someone in an airport. So now you're their concern and they have to deal with you. I can even see it in this cop's face, okay? He's probably thinking, okay, just let her finish. You've been down this road hundreds of times. Be prepared to get your ear talked off. And that's just what Sha Carri commences to do.
I'm not gonna resist, but I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that your guys are doing this to me and he's the man in the situation, I'm gonna comply. Christian, are you serious right now?
She continues to talk his ear off and she doesn't stop for a breath. It's like she doesn't want to hear what the officers are saying. Once those handcuffs went on, it was over. Matter of fact, scratch that. Before she even got into handcuffs, she couldn't stop talking. Christian couldn't get a word in edgewise. I'm sure that's how it probably is at home. I'm not, I don't know. but I'm going to assume that's how it is at home, and that's probably what leads to a lot of their disagreements, because she can't seem to stay quiet and listen for like a second.
I would never ever talk to him again. I would never deal with you again. Hello, hi. How are you doing, sir?
Well, I'm doing all right.
I'm doing good.
But here's the thing. You got to put that down, okay?
But I have to put down. I'm so sorry you're grabbing me right now.
It was at this moment that she knew. She f***ed up.
Yep, you're under arrest.
I'm under arrest right now?
ma'am.
What am I
Yes,
under
ma'am.
arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now?
You're under
Okay.
arrest for assault for DV.
I didn't assault him though.
So through this whole arrest, she's being very combative. You know, she's arguing, she's blaming Christian for the whole situation again. She mentions something about showing them something in her phone if she needs to. Not sure what that's really about, and if anything, it's ever going to come to the surface about that. But she strikes me as the type of person who might keep receipts, okay? If they have gotten in altercations at home, she might have recorded him. I mean, these young people are on social media, they're recording on their phones all the time. So my advice to him, if he is also not the source of this problem, is to run faster than he's ever ran on the track before and get away from this toxic situation. If they're both the problem, then they need to seek help immediately. They're still young, they still can work on this. But what do they always say about solving a problem is the first step is to admit that you actually have one, right? That doesn't just go for drugs and alcohol, that goes for domestic violence situations as well. And speaking of admitting that you actually did wrong in a situation, Sha Carri did take to social media later on and posted an apology video regarding the incident, saying that she put herself in a compromised situation. She also addressed an apology to her boyfriend, saying that I love him and to him I can't apologize enough, and that her apology should be just as loud as her actions. Sha Carri also added this about her boyfriend. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding of unconditional love from what I've experienced in my past. So hopefully she meant that, and hopefully they seek help or some type of guidance, because they're young, and although they're very both strong and committed to their crafts, sometimes you need some outside help. Well, you guys, let me know what you think about this situation. Do you feel like there's hope there, or should they just go their separate ways until they've taken time to mature and work on themselves before they end up ruining each other's lives or each other's careers, or both? Let me know what you feel about this story down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave it a like, and if you're new here, subscribe.